Hello, everybody. We are back again for
Back
another
again.
episode
Definitely not doing this for the second time.
of movies, music, and middle age. I am Matt. This is Jordan. Say hi, Jordan.
Hi,
I think
this
we're
is
good
good
now.
night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I and good night. We are back with another episode, and we are going to be doing a full music episode this week. Not movie adjacent, not movie related, full on just music. Nothing to do with movies this week. But do you want to share what the specific topic? Actually, I'll preface this first. We are doing the first of a eventual, not going to be sequential, right? But the first of an eventual 10-part series here. So I'll let Jordan do the introduction here.
we are going through the 90s
Start.
painfully by starting in 1990 and going over the Billboard year-end albums.
Yes, the
So the
top
top
10.
10. Yes.
So we're going to start. This episode will be just 1990. It will be the first, like I said, of a 10-part series. We're not going to do them in order because that's kind of going to be boring, right? But we'll do 1990, 1991, 92, et cetera, right? Eventually go through the whole
Yeah.
decade. So it's sort of our take on, Ken Burns, if you will, only with music instead of American history and with a lot less research and voiceovers
Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, crappy,
and a lot
crappy
less,
things.
a lot less brown. Was it sepia? What's the
Yeah. Uh,
color tone for the picture?
no tone because we're
No
not
tone.
on video.
That's right. I do want to preface this by saying an important note here, kind of a disclaimer. Not all of these albums were released in 1990, right? So we don't want to say that. Some of them
Most
were
weren't.
released earlier. Yeah, most of them weren't actually. So these are albums that continued to sell. So again, we're looking at the top 10 selling albums of 1990, right? But some of them were released 1988, 1989. In fact, only one of these albums was released in 1990. The rest were not released in 1990. But again,
Thought one was released in 1814.
he's a time traveler.
That's a hint in case anyone
Yeah. And
knows
these
what I'm
are,
talking about.
yes, I think somebody knows. My wife definitely does, because she was a fan. These are US based sales only, not worldwide, because of course, who cares about the rest of the world? Am I right? The US anyway.
I mean, it's the only country
That
that
matters.
has freedom, right?
To do a stupid episode like this, yes. All right, so we are going to do the usual routine though, starting from the bottom, start with number 10, and working our way up to eventual number one. So, yeah, we're not doing, it's not, again, it's not our favorite. So I'll let you start number 10. I'll start number nine. We'll go back and forth. So, Jordan, you want to tell them what number 10 is?
Number 10 is Stormfront by Billy Joel. Now, I cannot be an objective observer here. Billy Joel actually is my favorite music artist. I have seen
Thank,
him many, many times. So
oh,
while
there you go.
Stormfront isn't necessarily his strongest, and I can't tell you how many of those songs on here were commercial hits. I can tell you that I like pretty much all of them, and I can sing them all, and it's
Do
deservingly
you
number
know every
10 just
song on this
because,
album legitimately? Not even being funny. Do you know every song? Like when you
yes,
looked at the track list, you like knew
yes,
it? Okay.
yeah, I know them all.
Okay.
Actually, the only song that I couldn't just break out into song with is probably When in Rome,
Okay.
because I don't know if, I mean, that's a deep
That's a
cut.
that's a deep
That's a
cut.
deep cut.
Yeah, that is not
Um,
Uptown Girl or yeah, yeah.
or
I didn't
Leningrad. It's not even Leningrad. It's just not.
I will say, well, I thought it's funny that I do know the two biggest singles off this album, and I would argue I'd have to, I mean, I don't know officially, right, but I would subjectively argue, right, that this album contains his most well-known song. It has "We Didn't Start the Fire" on it.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, it's hard for me because again, because I'm such a fan
again,
that
not
I'm
your
like, how
favorite,
can
not your
Piano Man
favorite.
not be his most well known? But it's
Yeah, well, is it though among Billy Joel
that's the
fans or
problem.
among the world, right? Like if you say Billy Joel to someone in the street, genuinely, like I can't even think what's the first song that pops in their head. I would
Yeah, I'd have
say
to do a Family Feud style
Uptown Girl.
survey
Yeah,
says.
survey says less
Survey says
costly.
when in Rome.
10-year
Oh,
old boy.
Stormfront.
Survey says less costly. That's a Dogma reference. Sorry. Yeah, I would argue. Well, okay, I would argue at least it's fair to say "We Didn't Start the Fire" has got to be in the top five, top 10.
On this, yes. Yeah,
Well,
his
no, I
that
mean, I'm
song.
sorry, of his whole catalog.
Yes, yes, yes.
Um,
Not my
but
favorite song of his, but yes, it's one of his most popular.
it is the favorite. We Didn't Start the Fire, which is, I mean, what can you say? It's the favorite song of Dwight Schrute. And Ryan started the fire. and history teachers everywhere.
Yes, I definitely studied this song in history in social studies in I want to say seventh or eighth grade.
I think I'm not, yes, art generation, but I still think some of them are doing it today. I'm sure somebody somewhere is still using this song as a hey kids today, and they're like, who the hell is Billy Joel? There's somebody this week, last week, used this song as a history lesson. I don't believe that
What
stopped.
is what is British politician sex?
Oh my God. We probably could have done a whole analysis of the lyrics. I'm sure there's a bunch of misunderstood or mispronounced lyrics in this song. But I mean, it's a great.
Yes.
I do want to say this. I vividly remember being a kid when this album came out. I still think it's cool, right? But I remember, okay, so this came out in '89. I was 8 or 9, depending on what month it came out. But I remember when it came out, I thought this video was so freaking cool. The way it moved through the decades, right?
Yes.
I
No.
loved it. I thought it was really well
Listen,
done.
I loved it. Loved Billy Joel.
I
So
still think it's a killer video. And the only other one that I really knew, I'm not anywhere near as big a Billy Joel fan. I like Billy Joel, but I'm just not a big a fan as Jordan is. But the only other one that I recognized was I Go to Extremes, which is a
yeah,
classic too.
I thought
Um,
yeah, yeah. But Shameless again. I'm completely
you're biased.
yeah, I'm completely biased.
And the
What do you
only
mean that's not you don't like that's not her style?
I don't
That's not
know.
her
Uh,
style.
I won't say I don't like it. I don't really know it. I never
That
really dug
ain't
in. I
my
know all the deep cuts.
woman. Okay,
My band does play a Billy Joel song, Jordan. We do play oh my
Shameless.
God, you may be right. But
Okay.
I would say that 99% of the people who bought this album, if I'm being okay, the casual Billy Joel fans, right, bought it for We Didn't Start the Fire. I don't think they
Yes.
bought it for Rome.
And I will say that what you will find, or what I did find going through these albums, is that
Uh,
this is a collection of, hey, I like that one song, so I bought the album, and then the
well, that
rest of it
was
was trash.
yeah. I mean, that's
That's the
pretty.
year. That's the
That's a
era.
that's a pretty yeah. That was the technology back then. But okay.
Correct. Unless you wanted
And
to copy it off the radio.
anything else you want to say about number 10, Stormfront by Billy Joel,
No,
1989?
we got a lot to go through.
Okay.
So we can move
So
from Philly.
to piggyback on that theme, if Jordan is a biased commentator on Billy Joel, I am biased on the B-52s because full disclosure, I'm a huge B-52s fan. I've seen them in concert. This is not a joke. I'm actually really into them. Um, a
Is
lot of
it
people.
true that the B-52s are the favorite band of Gen X who's always say, man, if I was younger, if I was born earlier, I would have been at Woodstock.
I don't know.
This
I,
I
I,
was
I
sitting here listening to this and I'm like, I don't know who sits and enjoys this.
but B-52s?
This album was so bad.
No. Oh God. Oh, sorry. It's fine. We were bound to disagree on something at some point. I
Oh,
saw them in concert a few years ago. Well, okay. So a lot of people I think only know this album, but they're not to give you a whole B-52's dissertation, but their first few
please
albums
no.
were very different. The original guitar player, his name was Ricky Wilson. He was the brother of Cindy Wilson, who's one of the two female singers in the band. He died in 1985, whatever. But their drummer, Keith Strickland, he switched to guitar, right? So it changed the band drastically, right? The original guitar player died. The drummer became the guitarist, whatever. They released this album. I know Love Shack is the song off this album, but I mean, there's Rome is my favorite track on this album. That song, Rome.
Yeah, Love Shack, Rome, and Rock Lobster are the three B-52 songs that come to mind. This album I'm listening to Junebug. I'm like, who sits there and is like, yeah, Junebug.
I I I'm the way you feel about Billy Joel. Well, okay, maybe not to the same level. I haven't seen them multiple times. I have seen them in concert, but I really do genuinely enjoy the B-52s. If you bought this album and you didn't know anything about B-52s, and I love this, and you went back to their first two or three records, you would say, "What the hell am I listening?" They're not the same band. It's a very different style.
Oh, it's like Sugar Ray.
I actually prefer their older stuff. But I still enjoy this record. I love Rome is actually one of my favorite songs in general, not just of this album, just in general. I love this band. I love this album. Bushfire, I thought was a good song. I'm gonna guess you didn't get that far.
I tried,
You
but
tried.
I got me a Chrysler and it was as big as a whale, and it's
Come
about
on, man.
that
Who didn't
style.
hear Love Shack?
Woo!
Do you
I
not?
love
Would
Love
you?
Shack.
Okay. I was like, come on. If
Tin
there's a human
Roof,
being out
Rusted.
there, that hears Love Shack at a party or a wedding and doesn't dance. I'm sorry, there's something fucking wrong with you. You don't
No,
have to
this
love
album is
B-52s, but that's a fun
no,
song.
that
Okay,
song is good.
so we
RuPaul was in the music video.
we've determined that Jordan is a Billy Joel fan and I'm a B-52s fan. Okay, number eight. I'll kick it back to you. What's the number eight record?
Don Henley, The End of the Innocence.
The,
Looking,
I had to look it up three times. I was like, is it the end of Innocence? Did
no,
I
it's
type it
The
wrong?
Innocence.
The end of the Innocence. Why is
The
that extra
Innocence.
the there? You're an English major, weren't you? What is the extra the in that sentence represent? Is it
Basically, what he's saying is that the
an
noun of
adverb?
this sentence is the innocence. So it's the thing we're talking about. So it's the end of the innocence.
The end of the Innocence. It's
I
so
don't know what the
pretentious to call it
innocence
the
is.
end of the Innocence.
The pretension of the name of the album, as well as his picture on the
It's
cover, of at least the
so
one I'm looking
pretentious.
at, where he's crouched with cigarette smoke in his hair and his eyes, like he's some, I don't know what, misunderstood genius with the little
This is not.
Volkswagen bug in the background. I don't
So
know.
I should clarify real quick. Billy Joel was 1989. Cosmic Thing by B-52s. Oh, I didn't think I mentioned the album. Sorry, Cosmic Thing was the album by B-52s. That was 1989. And this album, The End of the Innocence by Don Henley, is also 1989. So all three are 1989. But yeah, oh my God, The Innocence. Give me a break. This album apparently had three big singles. I didn't. And one thing
I only knew the heart of the matter.
I didn't know the last wordless evening. Did you know that song? I listened to it. That was apparently a
No,
single.
I
I vaguely remember the end of the song, "The End of Innocence." But I do 100% remember or recognize there was a song called "The Heart of the Matter." Do you know that one?
yes, yeah, that was the one I just mentioned. Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's one of the ones. Yeah, I
I feel
don't
like they
know
played that at
this.
a dance in middle school or something. I don't know, man.
Thinking about yeah.
I have to
That's
throw us out there. Being,
that's the only one that I would.
I don't know how you feel about this, and I think we're on the same page. But Don Henley, has he ever not looked like he was in his mid 50s?
It was
Like he's never.
Mrs. Henley. We have some good news. We have some bad news. How is this like one of those things where it's like what 40-year-olds look like back in the 1800s and
No,
what
but
they look
even
like now?
I'm in my 40s now. And when I was 10, which was 30 something years ago, and now in my 40s, this music just sounds like it's music for old people. At 10, I thought that, and now I
Yes,
think that. I
yes. There are
never
a
once
couple of
thought this is
albums here.
cool.
There are a lot of albums in this list that are like people who already had a bald spot were listening. This is their favorite album, and I can
But
say that.
I can I can say that there were albums in the 80s when I was a kid that I listened, "Oh, this is lame. This is garbage. Who listens to this? This is crap, right?" And that, a couple years later, or even now, right? I look back and say, yo, I misjudged that, right? There's some good stuff here. I was, not being open. This is not one of those albums. I look back and I'm just not a fan. I'm not a Don Henley fan. I'm sorry. I'm not an Eagles
No,
fan. I'm not a Don Henley fan. It was painful to listen to these songs. I don't know who this music is for.
there's a couple on this list that I don't know
I
who
don't
they're
get it.
for.
I don't get it, but I have nothing else to say about Don Henley unless you do.
No, God, no.
Even
Can we move
if,
on?
even if.
You don't love me anymore.
All right, number seven. I think it's my turn, right? Doctor
It is.
Feelgood by Motley Crue with the is it umlaut over the O? Motley Crue in the
Over the
in the
O
U.
and the U.
Yeah, and for extra emphasis, another
Yeah.
1989. So four albums,
Very
top sales of.
pretentious with the umlauts.
I don't think a band that can't spell the word pretentious can be accused of pretentiousness, but whatever. Accidental pretentiousness,
Yes,
maybe.
perhaps.
I'll. I have mixed feelings about this band. I'll start. This is a band that I have mixed feelings about. I want to be clear. I have never owned one album by them. I honestly think they are cheesy AF. And I think they just tried really hard to look the part, to look badass, but I just thought they were lame. I still kind of do. I find everybody in this band to be annoying. I find the way they dress annoying. With that being said, I hate to admit it, but Kickstart My Heart and Dr. Feelgood are awesome songs. I'm sorry. They're cheesy and I know they're cheesy. It's like Roadhouse, but they're just fun to listen to. I'm
There
sorry.
for anyone who I don't did you watch the TV show Peacemaker?
I did not know.
So for anyone who has or hasn't, this isn't a spoiler or anything, but John
Okay.
Cena's character Peacemaker is into these types of cheesy
Okay.
hair metal stuff. So like
Okay.
when I heard the tracks, I'm like, I don't like anything about this, but I can imagine John Cena beating someone up to one of these tracks, and that was the only thing that made it tolerable.
like I said, I don't. Yeah, it's like I hate listening to them if that makes sense. My logical part of my brain does not want to enjoy. You don't want Dr. Feel
Guys,
good. It's just, but it's
oh,
such. I don't know, man. It's
he's gonna
it's.
be your Frankenstein. Like, what the hell? What does that even mean?
Well,
What does it even mean?
Kickstart My Heart was about Nikki Sixx's drug overdose and how they had to literally give him a shot of adrenaline, like Nicolas Cage in The Rock. They had to
Yes,
take a giant needle,
yes,
or Uma Thurman in Pulp Fiction. They had to, give him a straight shot. Same old situation isn't a horrible song either. I guess I'll put it this way: I subjectively think Motley Crue is lame and they suck, but I can't lie and say that I hate these songs. I don't like the rest of the album, but those couple songs are
yeah.
good.
I mean, 90% of the time, I'll turn off a Motley Crue song.
90% of the time, it
Oh,
works every time.
yes, those that, those odds don't make any sense. Um,
That doesn't make any sense. If you have anything, please, that you want to add about Motley Crue, please feel free.
I'd rather get away from them as quickly as possible. And to our next
Let's
artist,
go to number six, and it's going to be your turn to kick this one off.
number six. Oh, former American Idol judge Paula Abdul in her second career after being a Laker girl
You have to name the album, Jordan.
with I was in the middle of it.
Okay.
Jeez.
Okay.
Forever Your Girl with the
Whatever
songs
your
that
girl. My girl or your girl?
I think it's just
Just your,
anyone's.
whoever's listening. Okay, go ahead.
Whoever's
Sorry.
listening is yours. She's yours if you are listening. And you talk about music videos,
I know where you're
opposite
going.
attract
Yep.
with I believe it was Scat Cat,
I call him the Cheetos cat. The
the Cheetos
Cheetos.
cat,
The
completely
Cheetos.
different. You have feline blindness. You can't tell the difference between cats.
I don't see stripes, Jordan.
I don't see. Very nice, very nice. Garfield, Scat Cat, all the
Did
Cheeto,
he really have a name? I'm
Cheeto.
not being funny. Did he really have a name? Was he
I
really
believe
called
it is
Scat?
Scat
Oh,
Cat. I believe it's SK. I
of the
don't remember.
you automatically made anything credible and street or hip by adding spelling it with a K instead of a C.
Correct. Or having extreme with X and hyphen and stream. But yeah, this is another one of those albums where it's like, I really don't want to listen to this.
Yep. Yep.
Um, but
Opposites
opposite
attract.
attract and cold hearted.
Forever
Um,
Your Girl was a good song. Was a big song. That was a single.
I was trying to think of the quote. Juice, forever, that was a good one. Forever
You
your
Deep
girl,
Blue Sea.
forever your
Fucking
girl,
shock
that
ate
was a
me.
good one.
Straight up.
Straight up, yeah,
That's the
straight
way I
up.
talk. I do remember though seeing this video, the opposite track video,
Straight up now, tell me.
1,000 times, and I'm probably not even that far off. It was, you if you watched, if you're in our age group and you watched VH1 and MTV back then, it was like every once an hour they probably had to play the song all the time. Her dancing with the Cheetos cat, which I didn't get. It's some kind of there was some weird thing in the '80s where we're gonna have some
Oh,
sexuality between a human character like
he was fucking
Jessica.
that cat,
Who
and
framed Who Framed Roger Rabbit in this video? Like,
yes.
what be really hot? A cartoon. And Cool World, remember Cool World with
Oh
Brad Pitt?
yeah,
I don't know what
Hollywood if she could, but she can't, so she won't.
I don't know what that. I don't, actually, there's still probably people who are into that. I don't get the whole like
100%, as well as the cat.
cartoon, cartoon borderline porn
Yeah,
sex
so
thing. I don't get
basically
that.
it was Paul Abdul was a furry back in the
I'm not
early
yucking
90s.
anybody's yum. I just don't get it. It's weird to me, but whatever. Strokes your boat, I guess. But Forever Your Girl, opposite attract, straight up. And I will say this again. I hate to admit it, but I have to admit it. I actually like some of these songs. I won't own it. I don't buy it. I won't go out of my way. But if it's on, nobody's in the car. I'll probably start singing it. They're
I'll do it
cheesy.
with people in the car. But yeah, but that and that was
But
number six,
that
Paul
was number
Abdul.
six. That was number six, Paul Abdul. Okay. So anything else you want to say about Paul Abdul, the
Just that
former
Keanu
American Idol?
Reeves was in the music video for Rush, but that was not on this album.
That was not in this album. So that's basically thank you for complete useless information.
You're
Supplement.
welcome. We do love to bring up useless information, and any chance I can get to say Keanu Reeves, bring
Keanu
him up.
Reeves. We,
Very
we have
nice.
to do it. I want to do an episode about Keanu. Yes, I've seen him in
About Dog
person
Star.
live, actually, at a play, but that's another conversation. Okay, number five, the only album on this list released in the year 1990.
Good God.
Please Hammer. Please Hammer. Please, for the love of God, please
Please
Hammer. Don't hurt apostrophe EM. Don't hurt him.
don't hurt him, Hammer,
By
because if you
MC
come
Hammer.
with and on the cover looking like someone who's not hurting anybody. He's he's actually
Maybe
he
his
looks like
stylist.
he looks like he's
Sold.
dressed to go into
An
the
IRS meeting.
HQ of OCP. That's what he's dressed as. He's ready to go to
He
work.
looks he looks on the cover like he's a part of some tag team WWF wrestling, one half of something, like or the third member of IRS, from
Yes.
WWF.
This album, if it wasn't for You Can't Touch This, was nearly unlistenable because how do you go from Hammer from the I know he tried to do was, get into hardcore
Yeah, yeah,
gangster rap, but like and you kind of see that he was trying on this. He didn't know which persona was going to
yeah,
hit. Because on the
yeah.
same album of You Can't Touch This and Dancing Machine, you have Crime Story, which made me cringe so bad that my spine turned into a question mark.
It did
It
have
was
prey, but then you have prey, which is like,
before. So this is fantastic because I didn't notice this until you mentioned it. You've got Prey,
yeah,
Crime Story, She's Soft and Wet. And
yes,
those are the
yes,
three in a row.
yes. He's gonna pray. He's praying that she's soft and wet. I don't know. I
During a
did
crime
see
scene.
that. I did see that in the track listing. It's so funny. I was like, do I want
But
to bring
hey,
this up? That's
you
such
know
a
what she
weird thing to
said to
bring.
him?
What?
Can't touch this.
Can't touch this. He prayed and she said, "You can't touch this." I got to ask you a question. I want you to be honest. I'm gonna admit it to it. Did you own this?
Help the children?
Did you own this album?
I did not. Thank
You're such a
God.
liar. You didn't own
I did
this?
not, did not, did not, did
I
not.
own this.
Uh,
Dating myself painfully. I own this on cassette. I remember vividly being on the playground at school and being like, "Do you own a?" People had, I think, a couple people even had a boombox they would bring out to the playground. This is not a joke in any way, shape, or form. And like, oh my God, he's got the MC Hammer album. It was
you got to
everywhere.
pray.
We got
Pray.
to pray just to make it today. You got to pray,
She's soft
pray.
and wet.
If I had unlimited time, I would in excellent music editing skills, I would do some kind of mashup of Prey and She's Soft and Wet because that might be that might turn into some kind of EDM classic. But I still think you're lying. But I don't think
I
anybody in
didn't.
my age group.
I've already said enough embarrassing things on this. I did not own this, neither on CD. In fact, there's only two of these albums that I own still.
I own a
So,
few. I mean, I think I threw this cassette out long ago, but I think "Pray" is the best song on this album. I don't really think that means as much as it sounds, but I think the rest of the album is kind of garbage and filler. And "You Can't Touch This" has got basically a ripoff of Rick James, "Super Freak." Yes,
well, yes, yeah.
yeah, but some people are like, "Who? Rick James?
But one,
Cocaine is a hell of a
but you
drug."
said mine goes din 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 din, and his goes din 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 din. Din.
Because they
So
could
it's a
buy another
different
one. That's
song.
why.
It's a different
Uh,
song.
okay. I don't have anything else to say about MC Hammer other than the fact that I own the MC Hammer pants or one pair of the MC Hammer pants. I think multiple people did. It wasn't just me. They
Nope,
sold.
just you.
Okay. All right. Number four, your turn.
Is it? It is one of the albums I own. Number
Okay.
four, Pump by
Pump.
Aerosmith.
Very subtle, by the way.
Pump with the pickup truck in the if I recall correctly,
Pump can be
looking
taken
like they
multiple
might be
ways, knowing Aerosmith.
doing something on the just looks like the trucks are engaged in pumping.
Even yeah, gas.
Yeah,
Gas. Another
this is
1989
not
album.
this is not their strongest album, though it does have classics on it. But there's so many songs in this that like you don't go to. No one goes, quick, grab me Pump. I want to listen to Young Fine, Fine, Young
I have
Lust.
I have to pause you real quick. I just made me think of one of my favorite comments that I've ever read. They had another album later on in the 90s called Just Press Play.
Yeah, not
And one
as
of the
fair
reviews
as
of the
best
album
either.
was just press stop.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, back to Pumped Up.
Just Press Play was not a good one, but this one I own this album. I own a couple hours with. I saw them twice in concert when they
I
came
did
to
not
the
know that about you.
PNC Bank
Okay.
Art Center. Um, you know, just the fact that Janie's Got a Gun is on this and Love in an Elevator, which is such a great song in
I
concert
agree.
because
I
you get
agree.
that oh
Yes,
um
yes, yeah, the call and response kind of thing you got.
Padre
Oh
second
yeah.
floor. Oh yeah, yeah. It's
Hello, Mr. Tyler. Going
going
down.
down
Mm.
with his gigantic mouth. Um,
But he did give us Liv Tyler, so you can't
he
really
did so.
you can't have it both ways.
Yes, and the various music videos for the
Wrong
album
album, but
after
yes.
this one,
Yeah, get a grip.
Get a Grip. Yeah, so thank you for that.
This was kind of their So I have a weird relationship with Aerosmith. I only own two albums by them, this one and Get a Grip. I'm not I don't know if there is, but I'm not really a fan of the pre-pump stuff. I know like what Dream On was there, that kind of
Ugh,
stuff. I don't like that song. I know it's probably sacrilegious, but it's not my thing.
might be.
But this was kind of they had that period in the late, they were kind of not a band really for a while, not a relevant band, right? This was kind of their 80s comeback. But this album and Get a Grip were like the 1-2 punch. They were
Oh, Get
really
a
popular
Grip
for a long
in the
time.
like in the 90s after this one, obviously that had a chokehold for years. So good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that album yet because if we actually will wind up talking about it, probably if we continue the '90s. But yeah, Love in an Elevator. I wouldn't classify myself as some massive Aerosmith fan. I'm not, but Love in an Elevator is an awesome song. Unironically, it's just a great song. Love in an Elevator. Janie's Got a Gun is a great song.
Yeah.
I think these songs hold up. A lot of these songs, like, hey, is this nostalgia or is it just me being biased? I think these are just great songs. I don't think
Yeah,
there's
I think
anything
they
wrong with them.
yeah, I think if they came out now, they would still get play.
Agreed. I don't think there's I like
Unlike
this album.
songs on the end of Innocence. Oh, sorry, the end of the Innocence.
Yes,
Again, I
don't you
messed that.
dare disrespect Mr. Henley like that. All right. Number anything else about Aerosmith before we move on?
No, they're good. I like them.
Okay.
I like them a lot.
Is it me for number three? I'll let you want to start at number three,
It
or is it
is.
my
No,
turn?
I just did number
Okay.
four.
All right, so I will do number three. So
So
Soul Provider,
ugh,
which it wait, I want to be clear for people out there. Soul Provider is spelled Soul, not
I'm going
Soul
to
as in SOL, the only provider.
we I'm gonna say it again, though
Soul
you've
Provider by
already
Michael
heard this from me.
Bolton,
This
1989.
you've
Yes,
already
please.
heard this from me. But the the audacity of a man who looks like that on this cover, lily white, long, curly hair blowing in the breeze,
With the
to call an
receding
album
hairline.
soul provider. If you are getting your soul from this man who puts raisins in his potato salad, then you have a problem. This is, and while listening to this album, I
His
was
idea of
driving
soul
my
food is ambrosia.
this soul food is not seasoned. This is unseasoned
Salt is
chicken.
salt counted season? Salt.
This is I was listening to this album and my 9-year-old is listening in the back seat. I'm driving around. She goes, "No one cares about your love problems, dude."
Which like you didn't press it for this, just on
No,
what's the word I'm looking for?
I'm like I need to listen to this for the pod. It's like, okay, so I'm listening to it. I'm like, okay,
Unprompted is the word I'm saying. Unprompted.
unprompted, yeah.
Okay,
And I'm
thank
like,
you.
you know, how can we be lovers? Stand up for love and stuff. And I'm like flipping through, and she's like, and she unprompted is like, enough about your love problems, dude.
Yeah.
And I said, and I'm like, I'm gonna say that. So that's
Did
for you.
you the only song I recognized off this album was How Am I Supposed to Live Without You? I didn't know I've
Yes,
never heard
that
any of
was
it. Did
it.
you know any other songs
I
or
didn't know any other songs, but this album is I pictured it what you would no, not this one. There's a different album, but this is just it's just boring. Like I it's like this is someone drinking Chardonnay listening to this. It's just just
the
awful.
the only thing
So
I
bad.
thought of is this makes me think of weddings and first dances, in the year 1990. And I also know that
Yes.
who else is a big fan of Michael Bolton?
I do not, but
Michael Bolton
Michael Bolton.
from
Why
the
should I have
office
to change
from
my
Office
name if
Space.
he's the one who sucks?
What's your for my money? It doesn't get any better than when a man loves a woman. Okay.
Uh,
Before we run out of time, we'll keep going. There's nothing else to say about Michael
okay.
Bolton. This album
No,
is
other than
horrible.
this is
All right.
garbage.
Number two. Kick it over to
Number
you.
two, I might piss people off about this one.
I'm curious where this is going.
But number two is dot dot dot. But
Yes.
seriously, by someone who named Phil Collins, a young woman I used to work with at one point, much younger than me, asked me if I knew who Philip Collins was. Um, and I didn't know because I thought she was referring to someone I at in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
office.
Yeah.
Um, but that was Phil Collins, an album that you probably would listen to while you're getting a root canal. It'd be on the background of your dentist. There's this is so boring, so boring.
Do you like any other Phil Collins songs? Because I did love his previous album, No Jacket Required, which had like Take Me Home on. I Take Me Home is a great
It,
song. I can,
there are other songs of his that "Take Me Home" and everyone loves "In the Air."
yes. I mean, those are
Uh,
amazing songs, honestly.
yeah,
I
dun,
legitimately
dun, 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 dun. Yeah,
thank
and I
you,
also
Mike
love the
Tyson.
memes. I also love the memes that come out of that one, like the deer who's bouncing around on the playground. Um,
There's some good songs on here. I mean, Another Day in Paradise was a good song. Something
it's just
Happened on the
so
Way to Heaven.
boring. It's
Yeah,
just
I mean,
so
it's like adult
boring.
rock, but it's not as
Every,
good
s-
as No Jacket Required.
I almost feel like if um soft rock didn't exist as a genre, someone would listen to this and be like, "Oh, it's a rock album, but it's softer. Yeah,
what
soft
what
rock.
what
Yeah.
do we what do we
What should we
call
call
this?
this?
It's rock, but not as hard.
Limp rock?
Limp Bizkit. It's
ED rock?
you know who got me into this album? Patrick Bateman was a big fan.
Oh my God, I thought the same thing. I was like, oh my God, this is something he listens to while running after someone with a chainsaw.
I, I,
Um,
yeah, there was a one song on this album with Eric Clapton that I wanted to jump off my roof. I don't remember what the name of it was. I apologize. There
ooh,
was
poor.
what? Oh
Well,
God,
Eric
no,
Clapton
God, please
has
don't
some
go. No,
issues.
don't go there. Don't go there. I know where you're going. Don't. That's not what I meant. Yeah, most of this. I love No Jacket Required, which is his previous album, but this album is not for me. I mean, a couple good songs, but
This is
yeah.
not it, Philip.
But seriously, this is not it. But seriously,
Seriously, this is this
this
is the end of
this
the innocence
this
now.
is the end of. All right. Anything else you want to add about Phil Collins?
No, I'd rather not.
Okay. All right. And then number one, yeah, please don't. The number one album, drum roll, please. I'll let you take the honors here, Jordan.
It came out in 1840. No, sorry, it came out in 1989 again. Rhythm
1989 again.
Nation, 1814, Janet Jackson, number one. And honestly, if you look at these other nine entries, this is the only one that deserves to be on number one, in
Are
my
you a
opinion.
Janet Jackson fan?
I am not a Janet, I wouldn't be like I'm a fan of hers,
Okay.
but when some of these songs come on the radio, I'm not turning it off.
I
And
don't
I'm
know.
probably dancing and singing to it as well.
I listened to all of the major singles, and I only recognized Black Cat. I didn't recognize any of the other songs.
Really,
I s-
Miss You Much,
nope. I listened to it.
Escapade. Obviously, you didn't remember Rhythm Nation? That song. Wow.
No, no, I don't. I'll put it this way. I mean, I didn't. Not that only women listen to this, right? But I didn't have a sister, right? So, like my wife, I was talking about this with my wife, and she's like, "Oh, I love Janet Jackson. I want to see her in concert. I had this album. I knew every song. I loved it, right?" I didn't. Nobody. My parents weren't listening to this kind of music. It was probably on TV, but nobody I was
Oh,
around was listening to this. All
and the
right. So,
videos. My music range, as I people have heard, considering Huntrix from K-pop Demon Hunters is up there, is rather wide and varied. Um,
which is good.
didn't own the album, but it was definitely songs that like the music video when Rhythm Nation music video came on. God damn, that's a good music video.
I only recognize. It's funny. I when I put on Black Cat. And I didn't realize that was even, I didn't realize it was even, I was like, oh, I know this. I'm like, oh, that's Janet Jackson. I just had no exposure to this album growing up. So I don't really know anything about it.
yeah,
I don't mind Janet Jackson. I like some of her later albums, which I can't think of the name at this point, but I didn't know anything of this record other than Black Cat.
yeah. This is a classic one. I think it's the only one that like if I were to besides the two that I own, um,
B-52s.
if I were to go back, I would put this on. And it's being a dad. I have three daughters. My middle one does dance. I have heard Rhythm Nation many times.
Really? They play that? They play
During
those songs?
that's been
So,
I think this year there actually has someone doing Rhythm Nation
so
because
tell
it'll
me,
because they also do like mixes where it's like it's all of a sudden
yeah,
they're
yeah,
dancing
yeah. Like
to yeah and now they're
um,
dancing to Toxic by Britney Spears. Now it's something else. So
so
um,
tell me your daughter's teachers are in their 40s without telling me. They're in their
it's actually
40s.
not all of them. A lot of them are much younger, but there are some in there. But this is just I mean, if you're teaching dance, I imagine dude, someone like Janet Jackson,
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
what
mean,
she
that
was
was
doing back then.
the Jackson family, especially their father. He was very big on dance, having them
He
dance stuff.
was, he
All
was.
right, we're not done. We're not out of time yet. We have a couple minutes here. I do want to ask you a question before we wrap up. Although when I thought of this question, I didn't
My
realize
favorite
that
Jackson, Latoya.
no,
But anyway,
the answer would be probably so obvious. I was going to ask, looking back, if you had to pick one of these albums to keep and the rest to get rid of, which would it be?
I
I
I
think I know where
have
it's
to
going, but just
I
say
ha
it.
I have to do Billy Joel.
Yeah, I figured. I thought there might be a chance for Aerosmith, but I'm going to assume
This,
Billy Joel.
yeah, it would have to be Billy Joel. But I would actually, I'd probably end up putting it late now. God, because I do love Love in an Elevator, but it might be. I might revisiting this album. I might enjoy this particular Janet Jackson album. Just has a lot more songs on it.
Well, so
Um,
that'd be my next question then. If you had to pick, well, actually, let me ask a different question. It's different kind of related. If what one album, so that's your one that you'd keep, made, but which one do you think best kind of represents 1990?
I mean, I guess it probably would be the Janet Jackson one.
Yeah, I would say
The
that. I
Janet
would agree
Jackson.
with you on that
I
one.
think that the demographics that brought up uh, Philip Collins and Michael Bolton
But seriously,
and Don Henley, that those
oh,
three, that was a certain generation that brought that one, that kept those on the top 10. That's not,
as Kylo Ren says, "Okay, Boomer."
yeah. I heard he's shredded.
I already had an eight pack.
Yeah.
A friend of mine ran to Kylo Ren in the shower. Heard he was shredded. If I
Yeah, that
had to,
was,
I mean, if I had to pick an album that I would keep, it would be the Cosmic Thing by the B-52s, which I know you don't agree with.
uh,
It's
I don't get the allure of them. I listened to that, like I said, and I thought to myself, this is just, I don't know who this is. It surf rock?
that's one
Is
of
it
the things that
like,
I love about them, though, right? Is that not that we only have about 2 minutes here, but I love the fact they're one of the few bands. I mean, there's other bands, right? But they're one of the rare bands that they nobody sounds like them. They don't sound like anybody. You hear if I
yes.
played you any track that you've never heard, I just threw on a Rand track right now, you
Well,
would know
there's a
immediately.
reason for that.
Yes, because
They have three people with very unique
distinct voices.
voices.
Yeah,
Yes,
correct. I agree.
the two women on the in the band, there's no one else who sounds like the two of them.
And I mean that alone doesn't make them good. I'm just saying, but I like them because I like them, but they do have a very unique sound. But okay, I think we're gonna wrap it up here before we run out of time. Is there anything else that you would like to add? Any funny commentary?
Um, I
Any?
think that this is the end of the Innocents now. Um, for me, regarding the music of 1990, I was surprised what was up there, honestly, because being of the age I was, eight, maybe, obviously Michael Bolton and Phil Collins weren't on my radar.
No,
So,
no, fairly enough.
um,
But well, all right. So that's good. We're gonna wrap it up here. But I want to say thank you everybody again for listening. And like I said, we're gonna do
yep.
1991 at some point. It might not be next week, but we'll do it. But as always, check out Apple, YouTube, Spotify. Add a comment, follow, like, and subscribe, and we will see you all next week, everybody.
Bye, all. Good journey.
Good journey, guys.